YouTube, and welcome back to Talk Tuesday, which is on Wednesday because you guys sent a lot of messages and I had issues printing them. Like I would go to the video and if I tried to print it, it would just say like YouTube and have like this little bell. Like this one just didn't give it the video. It just has this weird thing there. I don't know what happened. And then it would tell me who sent me like it would say like new comment on something, but it's weird. Anyway, it's weird. Okay, the point of the story is I didn't want to do a Talk Tuesday until I had all of the comments here. So a lot of people have asked me why I don't respond to your comments. The reason is because I want to give some comments more thought to them. I don't want every response to be like real the same or like, thanks for your support, keep watching the channel. I don't want any fluff on this channel. I like to go a little bit more into it. I'm going to try to make this video not too long. I know some of you guys don't have all day to watch it. Um, oh my gosh, that is terrible. But yeah, I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to butcher anybody's names, and also I want to try to leave some, you know, anonymity to some people that would like it. Um, so, the first comments are going to be from the video about fraud in the BJD hobby, um, and I'm trying to see what page that's on. All right. So this one says, I'm sorry things have been so awful. I hope everything improves. That is a really polite comment. I do appreciate it. You know, sometimes people don't realize how much courage it takes to get in front of a camera and tell somebody some of the most personal, intimate moments in your life because it is very intimate when you discuss finances, especially with people you've never met, strangers over the internet. And to have somebody have compassion for your misfortune, I think is very telling of that person. So thank you very much for that comment. I do appreciate it. The next comment says, "Hey, can we be friends? I like the way you think and can relate to a lot of what you're talking about. I'm new to this. I only really want one doll, which I've already ordered. That's smart. But I find I can relate a lot more to people who are into this hobby to deal with issues and such because I'm like that myself. I'm a very strange person, but I could be a loyal and genuine friend. Feel free to let me know if you want to chat." So just reading this, you sound amazing. You don't sound like the kind of people I'm discussing. And I've said this many times on this channel. We're not all the same. Absolutely not. Not everybody in the hobby is a terrible person. Not everybody in the hobby is a bully. Not everybody in the hobby, tells people in the recast hobby to kill themselves. Not everybody in the hobby writes horrible things on true BJT confessions. Not everybody in the hobby is the same. I absolutely 100% understand that. And to this person, I will be reaching out to you soon because you seem pretty cool. One thing I do want to say about friends, and I kind of mentioned this in the last vlog, essentially, I'm not real, like, just add people to Facebook and, like, social media and stuff like that. I try to get to know a person first. But it's really simple. If you're genuine and you really care about a person and you care about how they feel and you care about how they think and you don't have any severe mental disorders, I'm typically okay with you. And I'm not trying to sound condescending or rude or mean or anything like that. The reason why I'm talking about that is because I have a very long story time coming up soon that has been highly requested on this channel about when I did a free doll giveaway about 2 years ago and I met this really crazy person because of it. And so I'm sort of cautious about meeting friends because of that situation, but I'm cautiously optimistic. So I do appreciate the comment. I'm glad that you ordered the doll you want. I think that's amazing. So oftentimes stuff happens like you can be me and a victim of a scam and your artist sells one of your Grell dolls and doesn't even tell you. So that's really awesome. All right, the next comment is about the BJD Mel doll wig. So this one says, I also wonder why there's so many Mel dolls that look like a woman or a girl, and that's also true for the hairstyle. There are enough dolls with men slash bodies, but the head is often feminine. I ordered my first Mel ball jointed doll. His head also looks like a man. I think they're talking about sculpt, and I don't think you can really necessarily say. I mean, you can say the features are definitely, feminine or masculine. I think that's what they're talking about. I'm gonna try to make a, I think that says front lace wig for him because I've not found such natural looking wig for a male doll. The short wigs with back combed hair usually do not look natural, with a few exceptions. So, this has been my issue as well. What they're basically saying is you can find like alpaca, you can find Tibetan lamb, and all these other things. And of course, there's vegan options as well um, for natural style wigs for dolls, but they're usually long. And she's saying that there's some mohair dolls wigs where they basically take the hair and they sort of style it up and then like buzz the sides. Um, I would love to know if anybody knows of any natural looking male doll wigs because I too haven't found them. And I have a comment from Miss Thing who told me, let's see, what did she say? She said, what do you mean? There are a lot of male style wigs. Are you even looking in the right places? Apparently not. We're all in this hobby together, so if you can tell me which direction to go in, that would be amazing. Um, let's see. All right, the next comment. I agree. I want to wear different male style wigs, and I only can find those female short wigs. Please make things difficult. But there are still some great female short wigs, like a mommy wig or a sensational fab short human wig hair. The only option is to go to a haircut and cut the wig with your own style. So that is better said than done, and I'm not trying to like jump on your ship or whatever, but it is really hard to cut wig hair. I mean, let me give you the best example. People who do Monster High paints, they cut the hair, and then they have to go in and take the head off, and take little tweezers and pull each one out to put on a new realistic wig. Can you imagine if you had a short BJD wig hair and cut it? Now, if it's mohair, it shouldn't be too hard. But if you get the natural one, any little mistake, it's gonna look like so like pixie cut, like waffle hair. It just won't look right. So I'm reaching out to artists. I've talked to a few people, and I agree a lot of the same things. They don't look realistic. They don't look natural. There's got to be somebody that has one similar. If you know any, comment below. All right. Perhaps if you showed more photos of what types of wigs you're looking for, we could help you locate something. I know that a company um, recently released a couple shorter wigs, and they were quite masculine looking. There's always the option of taking a longer wig and having someone cut out. See, there's a lot of you want to like style this yourselves, unless you have like salon scissors or fabric scissors. Regular scissors will not style a wig, and those of you who don't know me, it's like the salon type style scissors are very, very sharp, or fabric cutters extremely sharp. So you have to know how to cut it, and you also know how to cut it. You have to know how to cut it the right way, because if you do it wrong, it's going to be uneven. It's going to look like my hair. So, so if you want to create a male short wig where it's like the hair's going up, you have to know what you're doing. So, just be wary, be cautious, and be careful, because it can be very non-cost effective to try to do something on your own if you don't know what you're doing. All right, next comment. I'm a newbie to the hobby, and I've wondered the same thing. I have two male dolls, and I would love to have short, modern hair for them. Dude, me too. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find short length wig, probably because it's harder to hide a wig line. Now, they are actually making a good point. It is hard to hide a wig line, even with a alpaca one that I got recently. It looks really great, but there's this little spot in the middle, and you can see the line. So I think they're saying if you put it up, you'll be able to see where they cut it or messed it up with. But I feel like, we've done so many amazing creative things already in this hobby. It shouldn't be that hard to do. You know what I mean? Like, there should be somebody that does it amazingly where you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for it. All right, the next one is, um, let's see. Glad that you are staying, and I agree with you. I think that was about the staying in the BJD hobby. I am staying, and thank you for agreeing with some of my points. All right, the next comment is about a group. If they don't let you back in, I will do my damnedest to help you as much as I can. I will always. That is a very incredibly sweet comment. Thank you so very much. This actually, and I'm going to try not to get emotional, but this is actually from my best friend in the hobby, and somebody that's like been there through like LGBT issues as well, and like been around where I'm like not really feeling well, and we've had like good days and bad days, but even when things are terrible, they're always available. So I do appreciate that comment. Like I said, I'm trying to get emotional over it. Sorry. All right. So I made a video that was about like doll phobias and the VJ default doll fear, and basically I was talking about the uncanny effect, which is basically when a human sees a robot or a doll or anything that looks too realistic, it scares them. It makes them fearful of that. And just having it in the same room can cause a phobia. So I made a video about that, and this is one of the comments I got. Um, so this one says, I understand what you mean, but I have to disagree with you in some respects. You shouldn't stop posting photos of your dolls just because some people have phobias of them or are just creeped out by them. You cannot be responsible for others' phobias. Absolutely. However, I don't want to upset people. We are triggered all sort of different ways every day. I mean, just certain people remind us of certain things, certain places remind us of certain things. I don't want to myself post something that creeps or scares somebody. Even if I don't understand myself why it creeps or scares them out, or I think it's silly, or I don't think it's right and kind of disrespectful to art that they think they're creeped out, I'm not gonna like throw it in their face either. So, what I've done personally, and for those of you on my Facebook already know this, I have a BJD album, but it's privated, and if you want to see it, you can. But I don't really like. I don't go around showing all my dolls. First of all, there's been so many friends, and I've talked about this before on this channel, and people I know of that have had their creations copied. So I don't want that happening. All right, let me continue your comment. And this is coming from someone who has a phobia too. I have, I think that says social phobia, but I know that it's not people's fault to have it. It is my own problem that I have to deal with, and it is not their fault if someone comes up to me and they speak to me that I have a phobia of them. I do not agree that you shouldn't laugh at your friends or family because they are scared of dolls or press the beliefs on them. But you cannot live your life avoiding things because some people are afraid. Absolutely. You've made two incredible, amazing points. Um, I agree with that completely. Um, but so many people have said just terrible things. Now, my family, honestly, they don't care. Like it's like an inanimate object to them. But there are some people, friends, coworkers, whatever, who just don't get it. All right, let's keep going. All right, where were we? Okay, take snakes. I love snakes, but I understand that some people are afraid of them. But that is not my fault. I will still get a snake eventually and post photos of them because I can't be responsible for others' fears. I will be sensitive to people who are afraid of them, but I will not stop doing what I want in life because people find things creepy. If we all did that, we would all stop doing many different things that we want and need to do. It would become a hassle, and we would stop doing many different types of things. I am not saying that they shouldn't face their fears and get over it. Not at all. In many ways, I agree with you and I see your point. But just because you post photos, it is different than forcing beliefs onto people and also forcing them to see your photos in the first place. Just my thoughts on the matter. I hope I'm not being insensitive. We cannot be held responsible for their fears. Bravo! This First of all, the person who wrote this is a phenomenal writer. I just want to tell you, I don't know what you do. I'm sure you have an amazing job, but you are an amazing writer. Like, you would be really good as one of our mother hens. I've been talking about people in the hobby for a while now. We're trying to create like a mother hen, like a website you can go that's not DOA, that's not a Facebook group or community, but something newer where we have like moderators and people that have been in the hobby for a while that are all polite, that are understanding, that give second chances, that listen to people, that are polite, understanding, can see different views, can argue different points, and do it in a way that is understanding of other people. This is amazing. You are amazing. And I agree. We cannot be held responsible for other people's fears. Um, I guess all I can do to kind of coincide that is maybe put a warning that I'm posting a doll. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it doesn't scare me. My family doesn't care, but there are some people and they see it, and it's that uncanny effect. There is a robot that came out recently from Japan, I believe. And if you look up that video, it looks like a real person, but as a doll, but as a person, but it's very realistic. And then there is little Michaela on Instagram, who's an Instagram model who is like in between a human and a robot. It's really weird. Basically, a digital person. So I understand both sides. I agree with both sides. I don't think there's really arguing your points. You have amazing points. Um, and if that's how you see it, that's phenomenal. Do you live your life? Absolutely. I'm never saying on this channel what I think people should do. I'm just expressing my opinions, and if you can relate to them, that's great. I appreciate you writing this comment. I know that comment took a long time to type. Anybody who's left a comment on this channel, thank you very much. And most of you know who you are. Like, I've said which videos these are from. So if you see on your comment and you're thinking, well, he hasn't responded to me, does he not care about his fans? And I never call you guys fans. You call them Mistonites or family. I don't call anybody fans. I don't have fans. But this is what Talk Tuesday is for. This is why I created this, because I just did Sunday and I didn't want videos so drawn out. This is where I communicate with you guys on this channel. Thank you so much for that comment. It's amazing. I love it. Perfect. All right. Last comment. And we're going to try to get this done for 20 minutes. All right. This says, I came across pedophobia in my practice, and it's pretty real indeed. Though luckily, being scared and having a phobia is not the same. You guys put some really amazing comments on this. You give some really good points. And, I agree. Because you can't live your life in fear. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's kind of funny. I wanted to mention this. I mentioned this in another video, I think. Or maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But basically, what just started recently trending was people released photos of spider paws. They're called paws. Where I guess they're their paws, their little feet. They're basically their feet. And they thought they were so cute because they had fur right here and then they had a nail coming out. And they're like, oh my gosh, spider paws are the cutest thing. But then, oh gosh, somebody has to ruin it for everybody, which is always happens. Somebody posted a picture of the one with the paws and the big picture and all little eyes. And people are, oh, I'm scared. This is a phobia. Like, I get it. Anyway, again, thank you guys for all your comments. That's really my response to them. You can see I have to go through a lot, and I'm not showing it because I don't know whose screen names want to be on here and whose don't. But yeah, this is what Talk Tuesday is for from now on. Your comments will be answered in video form. It's easier for me to print them and respond to them. However, if you write something incredibly amazing I have to respond to right away, I'll respond to it right away. Sorry for getting emotional. That was one of my best friends. It was just something that was going to happen regardless. Let's see what else do I want to say. All right, so Sunday I have a very important video coming. I had to reshoot it because YouTube didn't like the first version. and that will be up Sunday for sure. I know I keep saying that. I said that like 2 weeks in a row, but I did put it up. They took it down, so I'm gonna redo it. That'll be a one-time on a very important issue. It'll have no intro, no outro. It's just kind of directed to the person it is to. So if you want to watch it, that's great. You don't have to. It's not required. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm gonna cut it here because I don't want people to not watch it because it's too long. Have a great Wednesday. This is Tightling Talks Tuesday. We'll call it Wednesday. We'll call it Wacky Wednesday. All right. Bye, guys.